It's time for another wheel build. This time, something more basic. This customer was riding this bike. It's off of a Schwinn mountain bike. And it may not look that bad in the video, but it is actually pretty bad. It has an S-bend from a wreck he had, and there's no making it straight. I could make it straight with some force, but I can't guarantee it stays strong. So we try to find a new wheel for him. But the problem with this is it's a quick release, which most everything now is through axle, at least on the nicer stuff. Two, it's a quick release and center lock on the disc, which is very difficult to find right now. So instead of trying to wait for a new wheel, I'm just going to build him a new wheel with a new rim, Mavic X119, with his old hub. So we're going to put that rim on this hub with new spokes and nipples. Let's get it started. So I've loosened the tension. Now we got to cut out the spokes. Pedro's cutters. So we're going to measure the ERD of this rim because I don't trust manufacturer information. Looking at used stands, there's been many times where I've built a wheel based on information found on the internet on their websites or even on the rims, and you build it and the spokes are too long or too short because their listed measurements were off by 3 or 4 millimeters. So I always measure every rim. Mavic does not have the information on the website that I could find. But on my distributor website, they say the ERD for this rim is 559. So let's see if that's correct. So I've got my two little spoke measure spokes, which are each 200 millimeters. Pull them taut, line them up with a ruler. 59. J&B's information was correct. Good job. Now I've got my information in here with the hub measurements and the rim measurements. We can do these cross patterns on the wheels. We're just going to do traditional 3 cross. So I need to cut spokes of 272, 273 millimeter. Or if we want a 2 cross, 264, 265. We're not doing that though. So 3 cross. So let's cut some spokes. Alright, so we've got our blanks here. These are spokes with no threading whatsoever. They're all like 300 millimeters. I need to cut 272 and 273 millimeter spokes. I'm going to set my morizumi spoke cutter to 273. I always cut the longer ones first, just in case something messes up. I can always cut them shorter. Okay. And this is a 2-stage process. I'm going to cut it and thread it. Pretty much every spoke that comes out of here is cut and threaded. That custom fit. Do it again. There's the other 16, all threaded and cut for the non-drive side. On to the next thing. Alright, and next we are going to put some spoke prep on the spokes, which is kind of like a light Loctite. It allows you to still adjust them after the fact without having to heat the spokes or nipples up. This helps keep the tension up, as well as allows you to adjust it later too. So I really don't like using stuff like DT Swiss's spoke freeze, just because it does lock the spoke in place, but it's such a pain in the ass to true later. So I'd much rather use this stuff personally. But this stuff does the job. It does what it's supposed to. So. Alright, it is assembled, laced up. Now we need to tension it. Alright, time to true and tension. Now we're going to stress it after we've tensioned and straightened it, trued it. Let's go back and true it again. Make sure it's straight and tensioned. All right, now his wheel is done, tires mounted, disc is mounted. He is ready to ride. If you have a wheel build you want to do, if you have a problem, something like this, we had another one where they had a Redline monocog, so it was a more of a specialty hub, single speed, bolt on, and his rim was toast, but I couldn't find a pre-built wheel that would fit his bike, so we did the same thing. Kept his old hub, got a new rim, mounted it up, and he's out riding again. So if you have a unique situation with wheels, let me know. We might be able to help you out.